Entrepreneurial Law Leaders is the podcast dedicated to law firm owners and lawyers who are more than practitioners. They are entrepreneurs. Join us as we explore the strategies, stories, and solutions that help ambitious legal professionals scale their firms, lead with confidence, and invest wisely in growth. Here's your host, Will Palmer.
Hey there, it's Will Palmer, and this is the Entrepreneurial Law Leaders Podcast, our pilot episode, and I'm really excited to be with you today. I've been working in the legal space for 12 years, worked with hundreds of attorneys, and am the founder and CEO of Growth Lab. And one of the things over the years that I've noticed about attorneys, the ones that are the happiest, that have the most joy in what they do, that have gotten themselves out of the trenches of practicing law, have better work-life balance, have more money, and just all of the things we try to strive for professionally, they have something in common. And it's not necessarily that they're an awesome attorney, it's that they're entrepreneurial. They have hung their own shingle, they are looking to build their own empire, they are not working 80 hours a week for somebody else and trying to become partner. And with no disrespect to those that do that, it's very admirable. If you're looking at how to be an awesome lawyer and good attorney, this is not the podcast for you. If you are an entrepreneur and a business person who happens to be a lawyer and your vehicle of choice for business success is a law firm, this is the podcast for you. And I want to take what makes the best entrepreneurial law leaders like ambition and insights and strategy to growth, and what do they do to lead innovation? What's their blueprint for success? I want to take all of those things and empower those that are looking to build and grow rapidly their own firm, looking to step out and hang their own shingle and haven't done so yet, and are just here to learn. I'm a lifelong learner, and there's nothing more exciting than beating the competition because you know things that they don't. So that's what we're here to do. So timing is great for this inaugural episode. The 2024 Clio Legal Trends Report just released. It's been widely talked about on LinkedIn and X, other places online. We're going to do a deep dive into that report, extract what is most relevant right now, what is actionable that you can take away after 20, 25 minutes of listening to this podcast and be empowered by to implement tomorrow. So without further ado, here's the deep dive into the 2024 Clio Marketing Trends Report.
If you're here, you're probably a law firm owner, and you're probably like the rest of us, laser focused on growth, especially with all this AI stuff going around. Today, we are going to do a deep dive into the 2024 Clio Legal Trends Report, which, as always, is absolutely packed with data and insights. And our mission today is to equip you with the knowledge of how AI is disrupting the legal industry, how law firms are feeling the market and themselves, and most importantly, how to spend for growth. So we're going to uncover some real aha moments along the way and give you actionable takeaways that you can use right away.
Yeah, this report is truly a goldmine for any law firm leader looking to not just survive, but really thrive in this environment. It really lays bare the landscape. It shows us where the opportunities are, where the pitfalls are.
Absolutely. So let's jump right in. And the biggest story here is really the AI revolution. This isn't some far off, futuristic fantasy anymore. The report shows that 79% of legal professionals are using AI in some way. That's a huge jump from last year.
Yeah, what's striking is that the legal industry is actually leading the charge when it comes to AI adoption. We're seeing lawyers and firms embracing this technology faster than many other sectors. And this signals to me that the legal world is recognizing the potential of AI to fundamentally change the way things are done.
It really is. The report digs into the why behind this AI rush. And it's clear that legal professionals see AI as a way to save time and money, but while also boosting the quality of their work and increasing their productivity. Yeah. It's not just about doing things faster, it's about doing things better.
Right. And the firms that have really gone all in on integrating AI into their operations are seeing the biggest benefits. We're talking about things like improved client experiences, increased revenue, and a more streamlined workflow across the board. It's not just about cutting costs, it's about creating a more successful and competitive firm.
And that's where it gets interesting and maybe a little unsettling for some. The report states that nearly 3/4, 74% of a law firm's billable tasks could potentially be automated by AI. That's a huge number, and I think we're talking about a really fundamental shift in how legal work gets done.
Absolutely. It begs the question, what happens to the traditional hourly billing model when AI starts taking over a significant portion of those billable tasks? The report actually highlights this potential impact, suggesting that AI could reduce billable hours per lawyer by $27,000 annually. I mean, that's a number that I think is going to make some folks in the industry pretty nervous.
It's a big change. It really is. It begs the question of how law firms will adapt their pricing models and how lawyers will need to rethink their roles within their firms.
Yeah, I mean, it's not all doom and gloom. This potential disruption of the hourly billing model could be the push that the legal industry needs to move towards more client-friendly approaches. Things like flat fees or hybrid models, which offer greater transparency and predictability. Clients have been asking for this for years, and AI might be the thing that finally makes it happen.
I think you're right, and that brings us to another area where the report reveals some uncomfortable truths about the legal industry, and that's client service. We're in a world where instant communication is the norm, yet a shocking 67% of law firms don't even respond to client emails. Even worse, almost half are unreachable by phone. And this isn't just bad manners. I think this is a recipe for losing clients and damaging your reputation.
Yeah, it's a major disconnect between what clients expect and what a lot of firms are actually delivering. What's really alarming is that this lack of responsiveness has actually gotten worse since 2019. So firms are moving in the wrong direction when it comes to client communication.
It's like they're handing business to their competitors on a silver platter. And it's not just about responding quickly. It's about providing the information clients need to feel informed and empowered. The report found that only a tiny 2% of firms are providing relevant case examples to potential clients, a huge drop from 27% just a few years ago. Clients want to see how you've helped others in similar situations, and they're not getting that information.
Yeah, and this failure to really connect with clients on their terms is reflected in the dismal client satisfaction rates revealed in the report. Only 12% of prospective clients would recommend the firms they contacted. That's a pretty terrible indictment of the industry's approach to client relationships.
Word of mouth is everything, and the legal industry is failing miserably in that regard. The report emphasizes that real-time interactions, especially those good old-fashioned phone calls, make a huge difference in client satisfaction. Pick up the phone, folks, and connect with your clients on a human level.
Yeah, and while we're talking about modernizing communication, let's not forget about the role that technology can play. AI-powered chatbots, for instance, might not replace human interaction entirely, but they can provide instant answers to basic questions, creating a sense of immediate responsiveness that today's clients expect.
Especially for Gen Z, who are digital natives and are perfectly comfortable interacting with AI. It's about meeting your clients where they are and using technology to enhance their experience.
Exactly. And now let's talk about the financial side of things. How are law firms actually spending their money, and where are they focusing their investments for growth? Well, as you might expect, salaries still claim the biggest chunk of the pie, accounting for about 38% of expenses.
But here's the interesting part. The report reveals that spending on software and marketing is growing at the fastest rate. This tells us a lot about where the industry's priorities are shifting.
And it's not just big firms that are making these investments. Interestingly, the report highlights that solo lawyers are spending a significantly larger portion of their budgets on marketing compared to larger firms. It seems that solo practitioners are recognizing the crucial role that marketing plays in building their brand and attracting clients.
Which makes sense. When you're a one-person show, you've got to be even more proactive about getting your name out there. But there is a catch. While solos are making a big initial investment in marketing, their spending in this area isn't growing as rapidly as it is for larger firms.
Yeah, that's right. It could be a resource issue, Solo lawyers might simply lack the financial flexibility to keep increasing their marketing budgets as the businesses grow. Or maybe they're not seeing the return on investment they expected, which could lead to some hesitation in upping their spending. But if we look at the big picture, what's clear is that firms of all sizes recognize that in this increasingly competitive landscape, they need to invest in the tools and strategies that will help them stand out and thrive.
And while marketing is crucial, the report reveals a blind spot when it comes to software spending. Solo lawyers are dramatically lagging behind firms of all other sizes in this area. It seems like there's a perception barrier that needs to be broken.
I think so. Solo lawyers often view software as an expense rather than an investment. But in today's legal landscape, the right tech tools are essential for efficiency, client service, and ultimately profitability.
And the report underscores this point. showing that firms investing more in software, especially those incorporating AI solutions, are reaping tangible rewards. They're seeing higher utilization rates, which means that their lawyers are spending more time on billable work.
Right, and that translates into a healthier bottom line. The data clearly shows that firms with above-average utilization rates also enjoy significantly higher profit margins. It's a win-win situation.
So we've established that investing in technology is crucial. But the report also highlights a critical gap in client service. Responsiveness seems to be a major pain point.
Imagine this. You're a potential client with a legal issue that's causing you stress and anxiety. You reach out to a few law firms hoping for a quick response and some reassurance. But silence, no email reply, no return phone call. How does that make you feel?
Pretty frustrated and unimportant, I would think.
Exactly, and that's the experience that many potential clients are having. It's a missed opportunity for law firms and a disservice to those seeking legal help.
The report emphasizes the importance of real-time interactions, especially phone calls, in building that trust and satisfaction. It's about going the extra mile to make clients feel heard and valued.
And technology can play a role here too. AI-powered chatbots, for example, can provide immediate responses to simple questions even outside of regular business hours. It's about leveraging technology to enhance accessibility and responsiveness.
Speaking of technology, let's circle back to AI. The report predicts a massive surge in AI adoption within the legal industry over the next year. AI is not just a trend, it's a fundamental shift in how legal work will be done.
I agree. The challenge for law firms is to embrace this change proactively and strategically. It's not about replacing lawyers with robots. It's about finding ways for humans and AI to work together to deliver better outcomes for clients.
And on that note, we'll wrap it up for part 1 of our deep dive into the 2024 Clio Legal Trends Report. We'll be back in part 2 to discuss more of the report's findings and what they mean for your law firm's growth in this rapidly changing legal landscape. Now let's talk about something that can make or break a law firm, and that's billing models. The report dives deep into the rise of flat fees and their growing popularity among both clients and firms.
Yeah, flat fees offer a level of transparency and predictability that hourly billing just can't match. Clients know upfront exactly what they'll be paying, eliminates the uncertainty and the potential for unpleasant surprises down the road.
And for law firms, flat fees can really streamline the billing process, improve cash flow. There's no need to track every minute or haggle over invoices. It's just a simpler, more efficient system.
The report actually highlights the remarkable speed with which firms using flat fees are getting their bills out the door. They're over 5 times more likely to bill almost immediately compared to those still clinging to those hourly rates.
That's impressive. And the benefits extend to collections as well. Firms using flat fees are nearly twice as likely to receive payment almost immediately.
Right, it's a win-win. Clients get the clarity they crave and firms get paid faster. But there is a slight caveat. The report notes that while firms get paid quicker up front with flat fees, those using hourly rates tend to have slightly better collection rates for overdue bills after a certain point.
So there's room for improvement when it comes to collecting those overdue flat fee payments.
Absolutely. Firms handling a high volume of flat fee cases might need to refine their collection processes a bit. Automating reminders, offering a variety of payment options, and clearly outlining payment terms up front, those things can make a significant difference.
Now let's talk about client preferences. The report reveals that flat fees are the preferred way to pay for legal services.
Over half of potential clients are expressing a desire for these modern billing models, like flat fees or subscriptions. But here's the problem. Only 31% of firms are actually offering these options.
So there's a huge disconnect between what clients want and what many firms are providing. It's a missed opportunity to attract and retain clients.
It really is. And it's not just millennials and Gen Z who are driving this trend. The report actually shows that baby boomers and Gen X are the biggest fans of flat fees, although all age groups do show a preference for this model.
So the demand is there across the board. The report also analyzed which practice areas are seeing the highest median case values with flat fee billing. And the top 5 might surprise you.
Yeah, so the list includes medical malpractice, criminal defense, personal injury, administrative law, and trusts and estates.
Those are some pretty high-stakes legal areas. Makes sense that clients would appreciate the peace of mind that comes with knowing the cost up front.
Especially when you consider that these cases can be complex and unpredictable, with timelines that can stretch out for months or even years.
Now let's address the elephant in the room. Hourly billing. Is it dead?
Well, hourly billing might not disappear entirely, but its dominance is certainly waning. As AI takes on more routine tasks, hourly rates are becoming less and less justifiable.
Plus, the ethical considerations surrounding AI and billing add another layer of complexity here. The American Bar Association has made it clear that lawyers can only bill for the actual time they spend on a task, even if AI helps them complete it faster.
Right, so firms can't just inflate their hourly rates to compensate for those AI-driven efficiency gains. They need to be transparent with their clients and adjust their billing models accordingly.
And that's where flat fees really shine. They offer a way to ethically embrace AI while maintaining revenue and keeping clients happy.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between leveraging technology to improve efficiency and ensuring that clients are treated fairly and transparently.
Now let's shift gears and talk about how law firms are allocating their resources. The report digs into spending patterns and reveals some interesting insights.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, salaries are still the biggest expense for most firms, followed by things like rent and office expenses. But what's really noteworthy is the rapid growth of spending in two key areas, software and marketing.
So it seems like firms are really putting their money where their mouth is and recognizing that to thrive in this evolving legal landscape, they need to invest in the tools and strategies that are going to set them apart.
And it's not just about spending more, it's about spending smarter. The report highlights some really fascinating differences in spending habits based on firm size. For instance, solo lawyers, despite often operating with pretty limited resources, are dedicating a significantly larger chunk of their budget to marketing compared to their larger counterparts.
That's a bold move.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. I mean, when you're a solo practitioner, marketing is your lifeline. It's how you build your brand, attract clients, and compete with those bigger firms.
Right. They're recognizing that in a crowded marketplace, visibility is key. But there is a fascinating twist. While solos are making that initial push with marketing, their spending in this area isn't growing as rapidly as it is for larger firms.
Yeah, perhaps they're hitting a plateau or encountering some resource constraints that make it challenging to sustain that level of marketing investment as their practice grows.
It's definitely something to consider, but the takeaway here, I think, is that regardless of firm size, strategic investment in marketing is essential for growth. Now let's talk about software spending, where the report unveils a real blind spot.
You're talking about the fact that solo lawyers are drastically underspending on software compared to firms of all other sizes.
Precisely, it's a missed opportunity. There seems to be this perception among some solo practitioners that software is a luxury they can't afford. But the reality is that the right tech tools can be game changers, especially for solo lawyers who are often juggling multiple roles and wearing many hats.
I mean, the right software can automate routine tasks, streamline workflows, and free up time to focus on those higher value activities, like building client relationships and developing legal strategies.
Exactly, and the report's findings confirm this. Firms that are investing more in software, particularly those embracing AI-powered solutions, are seeing real, measurable results. They've got higher utilization rates, meaning their lawyers are spending more time on billable work,
Which translates directly to a healthier bottom line. As we discussed earlier, firms with above-average utilization rates are also seeing significantly higher profit margins.
It's all connected. You
Yeah.
know, smart investments in technology lead to increased efficiency and productivity, which in turn drives profitability. It's a virtuous cycle.
So where are firms focusing their tech dollars? What are the tools that are making the biggest impact?
Well, the report highlights cloud storage, video conferencing, and e-signature tools as some of the most popular choices. These are the foundational tools that are becoming essential for modern law firms. But there's one technology that stands out as a true game changer, and that's artificial intelligence.
AI keeps coming up, and for good reason. The report predicts an explosion in AI adoption within the legal industry in the coming year. It's clear that AI is poised to reshape the legal landscape, impacting everything from how lawyers conduct research and draft documents to how they interact with clients and bill for their services.
The question is, are you ready to embrace this AI revolution? Because it's not a matter of if, but when.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the 2024 Clio Legal Trends Report, what are the key takeaways for our listeners, those ambitious law firm owners who are determined to achieve that rapid growth?
Well, the overarching message is clear. The legal landscape is evolving at an unprecedented pace, and those who are willing to adapt and embrace change will be the ones who thrive.
The report highlights 3 crucial areas where firms need to focus their efforts: embracing AI, elevating client service, and spending strategically for growth.
AI is no longer a futuristic concept. It's here, and it's transforming the legal industry. From automating tasks to providing data-driven insights, AI has the power to revolutionize how law firms operate and deliver value to their clients. The firms that embrace AI early and strategically will have a significant advantage in the years to come.
But technology is only part of the equation. The report also underscores the critical importance of client service. In today's hyper-connected world, clients expect responsiveness, transparency, and personalized attention. Firms that fail to meet these expectations will struggle to attract and retain clients.
And finally, strategic spending is essential for growth. The report highlights the importance of investing in the right tools and strategies, particularly in the areas of software and marketing. These investments can help firms improve efficiency, enhance client service, and reach new markets.
We've covered a lot of ground today, and we hope you found this deep dive insightful and actionable.
The 2024 Clio Legal Trends Report is a treasure trove of data and insights, and we encourage you to explore it further.
The future of the legal profession belongs to those who are client-focused, tech-savvy, and ready to embrace the power of innovation. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the world of law.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Entrepreneurial Law Leaders podcast. For more resources and information, go to Growth Lab SEO. That's SEO, like search engine optimization, growthlabseo.com. This is Will Palmer signing off, wishing everyone greater success. Talk to you soon.